Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Sky Realm here at Homie and the Dude. First thing, I just want to give a couple of shout outs. Shout out to our editing team of Becky and Ben. Shout out to the art team, Alex, Josh, and Victor. And finally, shout out to our official sponsors of this series, Underground Oracle Publishing. They have been so gracious to allow us to use some of their amazing third-party supplements in this actual play stream. For example, if you'll notice, Blake's character Toad is a Awakened Familiar from their Awakened Familiar supplement, as well as he uses a bunch of spells that were created by Underground Oracle as well. So if you're enjoying any of what Toad and Blake are doing, please check out Underground Oracle Publishing. They are incredible. I am Bodhi, your unexceptional DM, and I am joined by our incredible cast of players today. Last time, our players split up in the People's Republic. We had Toad and Arinar head down to deep downtown to go to their digs where they operate out of, which is a beauty salon called Sheer Horniness. There, they spent a bit of time interacting with the lady who owns Sheer Horniness, and Arinar finally admitted to Toad something that he'd never told him about a nemesis that he has in the world, and someone who stole some intellectual property from him. From there, those two had an amazing little montage as they were doing some paperwork after this recent mission on Lacrima in the back of Sheer Horniness, where their detective agency is actually set up. And after that, they began making their way uptown to go meet the others at the Kaamil Medical Centre, where the others had been taking Evis to go get some medical attention for their lightning paralysis, as we'll call it. So, we really hope that you enjoy this episode, but if you're sat comfortably, then let's begin. And see you guys there.
Hey, fancy meeting you here.
Arinar!
Hey.
Toad!
Hello.
Hello.
This city's
I mean,
amazing.
it's only been like an hour, right?
Yes.
Your ciudad, your town, Sukasa is your home is amazing. It smells. We just passed the bazaar. We have to go back there sometime.
Oh, yes, of course. It's I'm glad you're liking this city. I mean, I told you it's it's a little mix of everything. I feel like so.
I'm
glad you guys are enjoying it.
Tina's place is very good. It's a bit of a hole in the wall, but if you can find it, it's very good.
Was that Hina, Sam?
Tina's place.
Tina's place? Oh yeah.
And what is
all about
Tina's
place.
what is Tina's speciality?
Tina does something called, and I can never know if I pronounce this correctly, because it's either a gyro or a euro. It's just kind of a wrap of this flattened bread with lamb or the like in it. It's very good.
Sounds great. I've been collecting business cards as well, Arinar.
Oh, can I see your collection?
Sure. And I hand him Sleepy Abe's business card, and I say,
Arinar, you've seen this business card before. You know this taxi service is notoriously bad in the city. It's notoriously one of the worst taxi services in the city.
I can see now why it took you an hour. And then Arinar reaches into his kind of satchel and pulls out this kind of like folding thing, like you know, like you have like folding pictures.
Mm-hmm.
A little kind of
Yeah.
his is full of a bunch of different business cards from around the city, He's like,
Nice.
I'd like to collect.
Yeah, that's
And he
fine.
like
He's
holds
great.
it back.
He knows so much about the city. He gave us a tour while he was transporting us. And Evis isn't feeling too bad, but we're still gonna go to the Kaamils just so that they can give them a clean bill of health.
Oh, they're calling it tourism now. That's a smart way to spin it. I can understand that.
Dang.
That's perfect. Yeah, it's dead on.
He's got jokes.
I mean, honestly, that's a great business model for a taxi service that is notoriously slow.
Tour guide
It's about
flashback.
it's about the scenic view, okay? It's about the.
But the journey, not the
Yeah.
destination.
Mhm.
We're almost there. Apparently it's just, well, you know where it is. Maybe we'll just follow you.
Yeah. We'll definitely. If everyone wants to follow up, and we'll be there. It's not too much farther from here anyway. So
Amazing.
yeah.
You guys make your way around the block, and you find the building that was referenced by Abe. You can see it's from the outside very different to most of Uptown. So just so you know, Uptown is vastly different to Midtown. The streets are wide, very wide. They're paved beautifully, no cobbles, solid concrete, basically pavings everywhere. You can see that a lot of the homes have, like a garden area kind of out the front, and they're mostly detached or semi-detached houses and residential kind of area. The buildings are pretty much entirely white or like pastel colors here. So you have some like light pinks, some really nice yellows and some blues and things like that, but it's predominantly white. The roofs here are predominantly blue in color. So the roofing tiles are like blue in color. And as you guys kind of get up into Midtown, you see that the road that you're on, you actually notice as you kind of step towards the Kaamil Medical Centre, the shadow breaks and you feel sunlight on your faces for the first time since you arrived. You can now almost see the edge of the Imperial City above you and some of the white marble wall up there. And you can see that the light is kind of just shining from behind it and just kind of illuminating a portion of the street, though half of it is still very much in darkness at this moment in time. Excuse me. As you approach the Kaamil Medical Centre, you can see that you go in and it's pretty much an immaculately clean room. Though the building itself was ever so slightly different, it has a few more stains and blotches kind of on the outside than the others that you saw in Uptown. On the inside, it's immaculate. You can see that there's like marble floor, basically. You can see that the walls are made out of like, if you know what MDF is or lino, it's very similar to that. It's like an easy wipe kind of plasticky kind of surface, basically. And you can see that there's rows of chairs on one side and then on the other side. As you guys enter, a young girl pushing a person on like a medical bed, like a wooden medical bed with wheels, basically, like almost runs in front of you guys and almost hits you. And she's like, "Sorry, excuse me." And the guy is on the bed is like, "Get help, God!" And she just runs through a set of double doors over to your left, pushing the doors open with the bed, and they kind of. The girl herself was about 5'3". She is mixed race, beautiful, like kind of two dreadlocks that kind of came down at the front here, with the rest kind of pulled back into a bun at the back. And she was wearing full scrubs, like full like doctor scrubs, like a get up, basically, wearing leather gloves and just like bombed it in front of you guys. The rest of the entry seems empty at this point in time.
Can I like get a wheelchair for Evis?
Yeah. For sure. There's a wooden chair that has like basically wooden wheels with like metal spokes kind of on it, and you're able to go grab that. Yeah, for sure.
I just like, gonna take a seat and we'll wheel you in.
Yeah, I mean, but is she okay? I mean, should we check on her?
Wasn't she with the
She
doctor?
went past us, right? Yeah, I thought.
Oh, I heard bombed herself, and so I thought like ate shit.
Oh, sorry, no, bombed through, like she was like super fast, like just like absolutely rapid dashed in front of you guys. Did not eat shit. Did not eat
just
shit at
steps
all.
over her body. Just steps over her body to get the chair. Just like, okay.
So the boy lifts the chair back over her body and presents it to Evis.
Two peoples divided by a common line.
That's why I was concerned. I was like, what? She just ate shit.
Incredible. My apologies. My apologies for
No,
my
we can just say,
colloquialisms.
Evis, listen. Evis has been in a monastery their entire life, locked away. They don't know words.
Exactly. It makes perfect sense. Perfect sense.
No.
As Rom, as you wheel the chair over and present it to Evis, over to you guys.
Thank you.
No worries.
We can go inside. If you want to start getting that paperwork ready, we can start getting that on paper. But at least go sign in, I guess. So we'll take care of that right now. Marner, if you want to go in first, we can kind of get that all going because we have to sign all that lovely paperwork to come in.
Can everyone please make a quick history check with advantage, as you're all there, and I imagine you kind of probably something that you would all remember.
Quick question: Is the healthcare like UK healthcare or like American healthcare?
Good question.
Oh gosh.
You're gonna have to find out.
Yeah.
21 in my history check.
I got 21 too.
21, 19.
19.
Beautiful. Yeah.
23.
We don't need any more
9.
history checks. Evis, except for you, who is just purely distracted by as you're trying to get in the chair. It's just a bit of an
why
ordeal.
all of my rolls today are shit because
Just struggling.
I'm very injured.
Dice are going for the report too.
Listen, as a chronically ill person, this is just very true. Sometimes you wake up and you're like, fuck, cool, I got all the energy in the world. And the next day you're like,
Hadn't given you inspiration, that was your inspiration right there. What you guys remember, almost like as you kind of go in and Toad mentioned signing in, is that Ulfr said, if you mention the fact that you work with me, you mention the fact that you're an associate of mine, they're likely to help you either quicker or just kind of in a more timely manner, in maybe a better way, kind of thing. And as you guys are doing this, and a couple of you make your way over to what is basically like a counter, and you can see behind it is another door. There's also a door over on the right-hand side of the room, a single door that basically says consulting room above it. The door, kind of next to the counter, says staff only above that door. And as you kind of make your way over, a woman kind of comes out of the staff only door and begins kind of looking through a drawer, didn't even notice you guys there, and just kind of begins looking through a drawer.
Oh, excuse me, miss. Hello.
Hello. As she says this, the woman who looks up at you is a beautiful mixed race woman with a gorgeous head tie, basically on her head, a gorgeous almost African kind of wrap on her head that's wrapped beautifully high and just keeping all the hair kind of in. You can see that she has a really lovely eyebrow piercing and is wearing closer to what a dentist wears as opposed to what a doctor wears in terms of that white double-breasted kind of situation, and is wearing white kind of trousers as well with some sort of rubbery shoes that have this flap that's been pulled backwards. They have holes in it, and on the front they say gators. And she's wearing a pair of those.
Oh my god!
And she looks up and she says, "Oh, hello! Welcome to our medical center. Pleasure to meet you all. My name is Kathleen Kaamil. I assume one of you is in need of something. What can we do for you guys today?"
Yes. If you can please, we're friends of Oliver, so set on his goodwill. If you can please. To my friend Evis here, who a little bit of how do you say, lightning, just a freak storm, surprisingly. Yeah, it's...
Oh my goodness. Lightning.
Flying kites is dangerous.
You were struck? And she kind of looks past Toad to like Evis and was like, you were struck?
Yeah.
Storms are crazy. Yeah, there's a freak storm out there. I've never seen something like it before. It's all lightning. Yeah, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. Things were really sparking up there.
Were you in the wind shear zone? Were you flying in the wind shear zone? You must be crazy, or in the tempest zone. That's not important. My apologies. Okay. Well, let's get you guys into. Are you all family? Friends? What's the situation?
Yeah, essentially.
Good friends.
We're all,
Oh, I'm getting She kind of looks at the group. I'm getting like a band vibe from you. Or you have that, you kind of have a kind of look about you as you're all kind of like, stood in like different manners relating to like your character. And she's like, almost like an album cover right here. Oh, well, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked again. I do that often. My apologies. And she kind of grabs Evis's chair and wheels them into the consulting room and says, any of you who wish to come, you're welcome to join us. There's ample room in there for everybody if you wish to join us.
And thank you, Kathleen. Anytime we play a show, you definitely always have a lifetime ticket, by the way. So if you ever see us, we're called the Green Jalapenos. So if ever show and you see us, I'll let them know you're good.
What a wonderful name. I love jalapenos. Oh, that's awesome. I'll keep my ear to the ground and hear if I hear any of your guys' music. I hope maybe you put on some performances here. Anyway, again, sorry, sidetrack.
No.
Come on then. Let's head on in and check you out, my dear. She
Blanco stays. I will wait here. He's noticed a food machine in the corner. And having got those 20 gold pieces, he's just going to go to and just get a couple of bars of like chocolate and some crisps or something.
Amazing.
Out of he's like pretty snacky.
Amazing.
He sees a couple of bags of like Win-A-Lot crisps.
As everyone kind of, is anyone else staying out of the room before I go into the room?
Gio asks Evis, do you want people in, or do you want what's best for you?
I mean, oh boy, I'm not used to this kind of attention.
As we all look at them.
If y'all wouldn't mind actually being in the room with me, just in case something happens and I can't advocate for myself.
Of course.
I hope that.
Let's go, guys.
Yeah, of course.
Blanco then sort of gives a sorry look at the food machine and puts his money away.
Well, Blanco, get snacks.
I will get snacks for everybody, so that when you come out, I choose wisely. No pasa nada. I have very good.
You see Kathleen go, oh, I haven't eaten much today. If you could also grab me a bar from there, I'll take it off the price. Not a problem at all. And once you've grabbed them, come join us in the room. I'll leave it unlocked for you so you can come join us.
No pasa nada. See.
Lovely. You all kind of huddle in, and she shuts the door behind, and her demeanor changes almost instantly into two different things. One, you can tell that she gets very serious about wanting to diagnose what's going on with Evis, but also she begins talking, and she's like, friends with Ulfers, is it? Well, yes. I'm sure you, she kind of looks at you guys as she's kind of looking over Evis and looks at you guys. I'm sure you're gonna do lots of good for those who need it if you're possibly running with him.
Is she like a cleric or a druid, or is she just like a doctor?
darling, I have no magical abilities of my own whatsoever. I am very much about science. That's what we, science and holistics here. So I can't do anything myself of that kind of sorts, but we have remedies for all manner of things, including, and very rarely, lightning strikes, which is, the case here. And you can see, Evis, they go to kind of touch your arm with the scarring, and they stop and they go, one moment, I almost forgot. They open a drawer and pull out some leather gloves, and then touch you. You notice that the surge that happened when Geo touched you earlier doesn't happen this time, as they kind of begin checking over the wound, and it's a little bit painful as they're kind of pawing around and doing so.
Can I cast some enhanced ability on the doctor? On Kathleen?
Yeah, please do.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over, just place like a whip hand, and just I'm gonna do, since I believe it's Doctor Fox's cunning for intelligence, because I feel like as a doctor, the intelligence to kind of help with that. So I'm gonna tap them and give them.
I love that so much. I love that so much.
At this point, Blanco locks on the door, but with his elbow area, because his arms are so full of snacks for everyone. Puedo entrar, hola, and he sort of comes in and sees that it's quite a serious moment and just stops there with all the snacks.
The door kind of and shuts behind you. As she continues kind of pawing at Evis, she starts being like, okay, I can see. Okay. She turns and goes, also, if you work with Ulfa, I'm sure you will meet my stunning daughter, Imani, soon enough. She is truly the light of our family. Also, you can tell that the other girl that ran earlier is definitely related to this woman as well.
And Imani, she's the one that's gonna kind of take over, right? Is that do I have the names mixed up, or is that the one that he's saying okay?
That is the young person that Ulfer said was going to likely be taking his place as the lead of the Water Runners.
Oh snap! Okay.
And she's like, okay, how do you feel? Is it painful?
It's definitely not pleasant.
Okay. Now, strange question for you, one that I'm not sure you have encountered. Are you feeling like a little bit more shocky recently?
Yes.
Okay, I can see.
It's only been in the last I woke up 4 hours ago, something like that. I mean, this is very recent.
Oh, phenomenal that you all brought them here so early. I'm so thankful that you've done that. That means we can treat this and hopefully, help you. And she stops for a second. Now, I can see that your friends have brought you in a chair. Are you feeling some sort of kind of lock joint, anything like that? Is that something that you're experiencing right now?
Yes.
Okay.
The entire left side of my body is just locked up.
Okay, well, I'm very sorry to tell you that though this is rare, I've seen it twice before. You're very lucky. If my husband was working today, he would be absolutely useless. But I'm here today, and you're lucky because I've seen this twice before. And I can tell you for a fact, this is not something that will likely go away anytime soon. I know one of the two gentlemen that came in with it in the past experienced some of this for the remainder of their life. But what I can do is I can provide you with a treatment that should reduce it down to a point where you should be back to normal operating kind of order with your body, and everything should be back to normal. You may have to, we say about somewhere between once every 5 to 10 years, come back in and receive a similar kind of treatment to do so. Okay, so I just need to quickly. Yes. What do you want to say, my darling? Go for it.
Oh no! I just said okay. I was agreeing with you.
Oh, that's not a problem. So I just need to grab cherry blossom and pixie dust. Give me 1 second. And she begins rifling through like some medicine cabinets, pulls out some cherry blossom leaves and begins kind of grinding them in a pestle and mortar. And then kind of pulling through drawers, and you see her kind of looking, and like they're looking get a little bit more frantic as they slowly turn. They go, I am so sorry to tell you this, but our shipment of pixie dust has not come quite yet. We yes.
Yeah. See, yo lo tengo. I have
You have
a small amount, but
where did you get pixie dust from?
You know, it's I just found it. You know, it's a crazy world out there. It's
yeah.
a crazy world.
You do not need to know.
No. Running.
I appreciate that. It's not my business. My apologies. I'm sure working with Ulfer, all manner of things happen. I understand that greatly. Okay. Can I see the pixie dust that you have, please?
And I pass off the snacks to
I'll
Roman.
take my insect chips. Yes.
And I here.
Thank you. She looks and she's like, wow, this is completely untainted. Holds it up to like, this is pure pixie dust. This is the most potent of the lot. Incredible. I haven't actually seen any like this myself since I was a child. That's amazing. You know, I'm sure you know that the Fae's presence here in the Sky Realm. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked again. My apologies. And she kind of pops the cork and pours it into the pestle mortar, begins kind of grinding it in, and you see like poofs of like colorful smoke kind of emanate out of the pestle mortar. As she then kind of pours the mixture into a syringe, and basically, into like a little petri dish, which she then syringes up, and is like, okay, this might hurt a little bit, and brace yourself. If you wish to hold someone's hand, now's probably the time. Also, you might want to bite down on something as well. We do have something that I could give to you, but if you have something you'd like to bite down on yourself, then you're welcome to do so yourself if you wish.
I hand her a chocolate bar.
Maybe a little bit more solid than that.
I pull out my handkerchief and I kind of wind it up so that it's wound up pretty, kind of bundled up, and I hand it to Evis.
For the 5th time, is it?
This might work, Evis.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
And I like my right hand. I take it, and what should I do with it?
Put it in your mouth and bite down, my dear, hard.
Maybe Toad. Maybe you can play some music to
I was going to.
distract
Yes.
you.
That's exactly what I was going to do.
Are they going to be okay?
Dearie, once I'm done with them, they shall be back to... What is your name? I completely forgot to ask your name in all the hoo-ha of what's going on. What is your name?
Okay, it's Evis.
Evis will be back to just how you remember them in no time. Don't you worry about that at all. Okay, here we go. And she pulls the needle out that she attaches to the syringe. And you can see the needle is a big fucking needle. It's like probably a good 5 centimeters long needle. And they go, okay, here we go. And they grip onto your left arm and they slowly slide it in. As they do, can you please make a Constitution saving throw for me?
Yes, and I think this
Does Bardic Inspiration help with that too?
Pardon?
Does Bardic Inspiration?
Yes, Bardic Inspiration will help with that. Yeah.
I have D inspiration too.
Yeah.
Yes.
What were you gonna say,
first,
Amber?
See what you got.
I was gonna say I'm gonna. Oh.
Hey.
Well, that's an 18, so I don't know if I should use my DM inspiration just yet.
Use Bardic though, at least. I mean, because I give you that again, just saying. I can always give you more Bardic, so want to add that D8.
That is fair. I'll go ahead and do that just to get an even better result. So 18 plus 6. Holy shit, 24.
Amazing. With the 24, as it slides in, the pain is intense. Then as the plunger begins going in, you feel what would normally be that kind of sensation as one does when they go to pass out. You feel that like cold sweat almost hit you. You kind of feel the darkness begin kind of closing in, but you battle it back out and retain consciousness. The cold sweat kind of drifts away as what feels like warmth kind of just grows around the area. Instant pain relief begins happening, and you can feel the pain relief is instantaneous, and it spreads down the entire left side of your body. She kind of looks at you and she goes, "Is that better?"
Much.
Amazing. Now for the joint paralysis. Which areas are you struggling with most? Is it the arm, the hip, the leg? Which bits are bothering you most, my dear?
It's with their like right arm. They're like, okay, so it's. Ooh, this peanut's good. Pretty much the entire right side. Left side. I can move my arm just a little bit, but it hurts so bad. But my left leg, I can't at all.
She goes, okay. Can everyone
down from hip down?
Okay, no problem at all. Can everyone give me just a little bit of space, please? And excuse me, I believe I heard someone call you Blanco. May you hold Evis's leg at the foot for me? Is that all right?
Blanco bends down and gets around to, and holds it. Yes, no, not a problem. I will help you.
Amazing. Now, excuse me, gentlemen, and she gestures towards Arinar. Excuse me, can you please grip Evis by the shoulders, just because what I'm about to do might cause some convulsive reactions. It sometimes happens. Do you mind just making sure that they don't lash out in any way or knock anything over? Is that all right?
You don't have any medical equipment? That would, fine.
Like Arinar, like...
I brace myself.
Grabs Evis like a Nelson.
Amazing.
I brace myself even further. I'm just like...
You see her take a wide stance as she kind of moves into almost like a kung fu-ish stance, and then begins pop, 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 just jabbing with 2 fingers in different places around your leg, Evis. As she does, you can feel twitches of nerves as almost synapses begin firing from your brain back to the leg and joint, and just ba 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 ba. Within a couple of seconds, she. Now, try moving it.
Blanco releases the foot.
I like ankle first. Can I move it?
100%. It's back. You've got it back.
Yeah, I wiggle my ankle and then up to knee and like kick it back and forth. Can that move?
Yep, all good.
Okay. And then hip. Wiggle that back and forth. Is that
still like if we're talking on the pain scale, maybe a 1 on the pain scale, but you can move it perfectly fine.
Thank you.
No problem at all. I'm glad that I was able to help. Some classic pressure point work always seems to help out with these situations. I need to just talk to Evis alone for a moment, everyone, if that's all right. If you wait in the waiting room, they will be out in just a moment, if that's all right. And can you leave that candy bar that I asked for just on the side, please?
You have
got all the... Can
Oh.
you give the snacks?
It's a bit melty, but yeah, sorry.
Oh, thank you, no problem. What was that? I believe someone called you Arinar. What was that?
Yes. Do you have the necessary paperwork that needs to be filled out? I can take care of it.
She's like, if you, yeah, I would appreciate that. I'm very busy today, so thank you. That would be amazing. And she kind of grabs some paperwork, and it's just a, name, medical history, consent,
Yeah, I'll leave,
all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'll leave blank whatever I don't know. But yeah, I'll fill out as best my ability.
Awesome, amazing. And she hands that to you. As you guys kind of make your way out into the waiting room, she closes the door behind you, and Evis, it's just you and her, and she looks at you for a moment and goes, okay, something that's going to be a little bit different that you're going to notice are the surges, the shocky that I was kind of talking about. When you touch people now, there's going to be a high chance that what was put into you might come out, for a lack of better words. So just be careful who you touch with that hand, because it could do some damage to them. My advice is there's a really good shop in the Isogashi Bazaar. It's a clothing store, very cheap, but makes amazing wares. If you get yourself a set of leather gloves, they're phenomenal for kind of just blocking that conduction, as you're a little bit like a human lightning bolt yourself now. I'm not sure if that's something you've realized, but it's something that you will probably experience soon enough.
Okay. That's something, but at least it's good to know, to be cognizant of.
Yeah, I didn't want you to, I didn't want you to accidentally zap one of your buddies out there. That would, who knows, stopping and starting people's hearts is something that electricity is it's very capable of, and I didn't want you to do that. So, and I thought, it's something that if you wish to keep to yourself, I didn't want to share in front of everybody. So, yes, that would just be my advice.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your advice. I appreciate you very much for all you've done today. I'm not used to feeling like that. I'm not used to feeling like that at all. Being dependent on others. Thank you.
Dearie, this medical center here is run by our family. We are the Kaamils, and my daughters help, my husband helps, his brother helps. And, if we didn't lean on one another, we wouldn't be as successful as we are at helping people. And you do not have to be fearful of needing others, because, there's days where I've worked a 15-hour shift and I'm exhausted, and leaning on someone else is a way that I'm able to gain some of that strength back, rely on someone else, allow them to take some of the brunt of the work that I'm doing and assist me, carry the load with me. And without that connectivity that we have, we would not be as lucky as we are that we can help as many people just like yourself. So I hear what you're saying, and I know it's a hard thing to overcome and to do, but just remember, it seems like you have some great friends out there. It seems like they all really care for you. The fact that every single one of them came here and wanted to help you is magnificent. So lean on them. Know that they will support you in times of great need, and I'm sure in turn they will lean on you in times of great need for themselves.
Of course. Thank you.
No problem at all. Well, you know what, dearie? You be on your way, and let Olfa know that you're all good and you're in good health. Let him know that we miss him very dearly for his for when he used to join us on Sundays. It's been a while since he's joined us for dinner on a Sunday, and we miss that a lot. And tell him that, I haven't spoken to Anthea in quite a while as well, though I know she's been doing deliveries on days that I don't work with things that we need. So just pass that on, and no charge today.
Yeah.
As friends of Ulfers, you were no charge for you.
Are you sure? I mean, you performed a great service. I can't not
She raises
pay you.
She raises a hand and says, "Dearie, if you," and she leans in quietly, "are water runners like Ulfa, the service at which you are providing to this whole realm will be more than any medical treatment I can ever provide you or anyone who works with him. So it is my honor to be not only in your company, but also to have helped you." And she just bows and raises her hands and just says, "Thank you for coming in today and using our medical center. We hope that you continue to feel well."
Thank you.
Can Blanco roll a perception check to see if there's any pixie dust left in the vial?
Yeah, go for it. You I believe had 2 vials.
I did.
So you
I just want to
go for it. You don't need to make a perception check. You're looking at the fucking vial. I don't need
I sort
you
of
to
come back in the
See if-
room and I go, "Lo siento, excuse me, the vial, is there anything left in the vial?"
I'm sorry, my dear friend. No, I used all of what you gave me
No
to
pasa nada.
assist others.
I was going to say you could keep it and repay me back at some other time, but you know what? You have done such a great service for our friend. No pasa nada. Thank you.
Thank you for coming into my center today. And they go, "Okay, I'm actually very busy. I've got a bunch of things that I was actually dealing with before you guys came in today."
I'm currently cursed or under some severe illness myself, and just wanted to get a checkup. But I could come back with book an appointment or something.
Are you all right to come back another day? I've just
Yeah.
got someone I've got to deal with in the
Cool,
back,
cool.
and you seem to be in working
I can
order.
walk around.
I appreciate that.
I haven't
Thank you.
eaten for 180 years, but it's all right.
Okay then. We can definitely look into that. That's not a problem at all. I'm not super great with curses. That's more my husband's territory. But I'll make
Cool,
sure
brilliant.
that when you do come in, he's able to help you out and possibly see what he can do. Not a problem at all. Thank you all. And she bows to all of you, and looks up with the most heartfelt eyes and says, "For your service to all of us." And then she raises a fist and goes, quietly, "Defiant." Lowers her fist and turns around and walks back through the staff room door. You're all left in the waiting room. Anything anyone like to do before you begin making your way to Ulfers, or to anywhere else you wish to go before Ulfers?
I was just saying, I'm happy that Evis is okay. I'm so happy that they were able to. So happy you're better now. That's wonderful.
Yeah. Thank you. It's shocking, that's for sure.
Oh, that was wordplay. Very nice. Very nice.
She's back. They're back. They're back.
So, I don't know. I'm hungry. Would anyone like to accompany me to Tina's place?
Oh, you know it.
Famished.
See, these snacks were not enough to even make a small dent in soy hambre. Tengo mucho hambre. I'm very hungry.
Amazing. As you guys make your way out of the Kaamil Medical Centre and begin heading towards the Isogashi Bazaar, where Tina's place is a local favorite for many here in the People's Republic, you turn the corner on a road and you can see a group of people kind of clustered around. And Toad, you instantly hear the sound of music, and as you guys kind of make your way to the back of the crowd and kind of filter in, you can see that there's a busking band kind of performing and doing their thing. However, the gentleman at the front, who seems to be the lead singer, does a one of these. Is like, and I say, oh, and kind of just topples drunk onto the floor, knocking his head and just kind of being a bit like woozy as the band stop playing and the crowd are like, oh God, and he goes down and they're like, geez, and one of them goes, he does this every time, for God's sake, he can't help himself. And someone else like leans into another one and it's like, we need to keep going for the money. And they kind of go, is there anyone in this crowd that wishes to join us here in performing today? We would be delighted to have anyone come and maybe sing a tune or tell a poem or anything like that, that we could back you with some gorgeous music with. So please step forward, anyone. You can see there is a concerted step back from the entire crowd, basically.
I look around the group, like, so we're going to, because I'm definitely down. Is everyone else? Because I'm never saying no to a show, so if it wasn't join me, I'm going to.
Gio starts whistling, just sort of in a low pitch, that whistle that you had heard before.
I'm accompany that by harmonicas, like, hey.
And starts walking forward towards.
As this happens,
start howling.
The group begins parting as you guys begin kind of making your way through the crowd, and they go, put your hands together for these amazing people. Thank you, guys.
Green jalapenos.
The green jalapenos, incredible. We've got another band here with us. Phenomenal. And at that moment, we're going to end our session, guys, today.
Awesome.
And
Battle of the Bands.
Battle of the Bands. Awesome. Well, welcome to the People's Republic, guys. Welcome to. Yeah, very excited. Some cool stuff to be done. And Tina's place sounds. I do love a good kebab. Fuck no.
Gyro.
Good gyro.
Yeah, love a good.
Athena.
Love a good bit of that.
Greek. Athens.
You know it. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this episode of the Skyrealm. We really, really appreciate it. If you are interested in finding out a bit more about what we do, we currently have a mailing list that we've set up that you can join. You get free content. You also get enters into exclusive giveaways and things like that we're doing, as well as also we will be showing some pre-launch information for our up-and-coming Kickstarter based around airship combat. Aside from that, you can follow us at Homie and the Dude on all platforms, and we have a Discord server as well. There will be a link in the description for that as well. Join us next time to see how the group do performing their second performance as the Green Jalapenos and how they fare in this wild and dark city that they have come to, having joined a new faction with big goals in mind. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. See you later.